Hello my scrappy friends and welcome to my channel again today. I cannot believe that it is the 1st of April already, but yet here we are. I have my share for Scrap the Boys and this is our inspiration piece. As you can see, I have not gone with birthday theme. I was inspired by the dinosaur, by the colours in the image. And I had this photo of my once 4-year-old child hugging a raptor at a garden centre we went to. This child of mine was totally and completely obsessed with dinosaurs for a long time. He actually didn't call them dinosaurs, so they were always Ras. And we heard about this garden centre that had these statues, so we had to take him there. And the first thing he did when he saw them, of course, was to hug them. Absolute crack up. So I was, like I said, inspired by the dinosaur and the colours, and that is what I've run with. I am using my March homemade kit. This is the first page that I've created using that. And right at the beginning of the video, you saw that I had all those chipboard pieces to the left-hand side of my photo, and I'm going to get all those adhered onto my page by the end of the layout. I'm using everything, not everything from the kit, but everything that is going on this page is from the kit. I did pick the gelatos. I will try to remember to link my video with the kit in it somewhere in this video, otherwise definitely in the description box below. So what I've done there is used the first thing that I used was the Distress crayon in, I think it's Mermaid Lagoon, I'm not sure. Did the packaging technique, and then I used the really light coloured gelato. Now, from memory, I think it is called Dolce or something like that, but it doesn't actually have the name printed on it. Then I decided I wanted to do something a little bit different with my gelatos. I have been very inspired by the very talented Sue Plum to get this kit used up. If you are not a fan, I highly recommend that you go and find her on all the socials and follow her. But she does lots of layers, and I always forget that I own these things, and like I said, I'm really inspired by her, and so I thought I would do some layering with some stencils and some packaging technique, using the gelatos and the distress crayons that I have in my stash and a couple of stencils. So I've created my background there, just using a brush to apply those two lots of different stenciling, and I did pull in the orange. That navy blue pattern paper was also in my kit. It is one of my all-time favourite pattern papers, so of course if I'm using it as a border I need to save the inside. It does say "Love You to the Stars and Back" all over it in like the aquary turquoise colour. I'm going to use it for a layer here, and also, like I said, as a border around the page. I do still have, I'm not sure exactly how many of these papers, but I still have some of them, so I shouldn't hoard it and cut the middle out, but I can't help myself with this particular pattern. So I'm going to add in a couple of layers behind my photo, starting with that pattern. I'm going to distress all the edges, and then I think the next one I bring in is the Cocoa Vanilla Studio one from Sugar and Spice with the little hearts. Yep. I really like the colours of that. It reminds me of the hundreds and thousands on the cake in the inspiration image, so I thought that would be a really good, just a good match, and it also contrasts beautifully with that dark navy blue. I'm going to rearrange, not rearrange, but place all of these chipboard pieces again. I do not stick them yet. I actually stick them off camera, and I do add foam to almost all of them so that they are in line with my photo. I'm just trying to balance the length, the shape, the colours, and I'm just going to play with these, and I end up moving them again anyway. But you can see I'm just adding these in, and I have sped this up, I think, a few times. It does change from here, I think, but I'm pretty sure that's where I'm going to go with it. I'm going to add in a couple more layers behind my photo. These are from a Dear Lizzie really old sticker book. It is so old that, well, actually I don't think it's because it's old. It doesn't, the sticker book has never had stick, so I'm just using them as die cuts. I'm going to add in this remembered little die cut, and I run with that as my title because there is so many words on this page, and that was the only one that was kind of by itself, so I just went, you know what, that can be my title. I'm going to build my layers behind my photo. As you saw, I did cut off the bottom of that tag because I thought I would use that somewhere else that's got that camera on it. I'm just going to use my wet glue to tack that into the layers. And I'm going to stick this tag down. Then I believe I'm going to remove everything off my background again. Yep. And add splatters. This Navy Mist was in my kit. I want to apologise quickly as well. I realised that my mat is not straight here. I was actually zooming with a couple of my friends while we were all scrapbooking, and I actually have to stand on a stool to see my phone screen properly. Oh, just showing you the stitching that I've done there. It is not in black, it's actually in navy blue. So yeah, that's why my mat was not straight. I didn't actually get up on my stool and check it. I don't know why, because I do pretty much all the time. So yeah, I do apologise for that. Now I did muck around a bit with, you can see the wood veneer on the right hand side there, but they just don't work. So I took them off and I'm playing with die cuts here. This is the Jilly Bean Soup. I've gone completely blank and cannot for the life of me remember the name of the collection, but it is from that die cut pack, and I'm just going to add 2 clusters, and you can see I'm starting to get an idea here of where I'm going to build them. I'm just trying to keep the colours balanced and like the size of the 2 clusters fairly balanced as well, so you'll just see me build those up with all these die cuts. I will add while I think of it right now, I do actually add to this kit. On the second page that I create, which you will see, I think tomorrow, I remembered that I had some cut apart sheets, like some scraps of that, and I had something else as well, I think. And I do add those to my kit with every intention of using them up because they've been sat in my stash for a while. I really like them, and so I figured I may as well get them onto a page. I love these feathers. I just think they're so cute. The reason the feathers made it onto the layer. Now maybe you've already made this connection, but I thought I would tell everyone so that it doesn't seem 200% random. If you are not aware, dinosaurs actually, birds are actually the closest living relative to the dinosaurs, and it is believed that a lot of the dinosaurs actually had feathers. So fun facts you learn when you have dinosaur obsessed children, which I'm sure plenty of you have been there and done that. But that's why the feathers are on the page. I just thought that they worked perfectly with the theme of dinosaurs, and the leaves and flowers are on there because we were in a garden centre. They do sell garden stuff, and amongst the garden stuff, like I said, these dinosaur statues. So that's how the foliage and the feathers end up on this page. I probably would never have thought to put them on a page together before I did this. So, but yeah, I'm really happy with how much of my stash I have, how much of the pieces I've used here. You can see me trying to get those cameras in again. They do not make it. I think I've got enough like blocky square kind of pieces. So you can see I'm just adding those last little bits into my clusters. Nothing at this stage is stuck down, and I do not make you watch me stick it all down because I figured you watched me build it all, so you don't need to then watch me stick it all as well. I do use my Scotch tacky glue for all of it, I think, from memory. That way I can kind of slide it in and know that I'm not going to get adhesive everywhere. Got the puffies from this Jelly Bean Soup collection, which I love. You can see I'm just adding a little trio of hearts. I've got 2 bigger ones and 1 smaller one. Going to add in some navy blue crochet thread into my tags here, and I've just made a bit of a longer piece than I would ordinarily, folded that in half, threaded that through the tag, and I'm just chopping off the second, cutting the second loop in half. For me, the only way to thread tags is with the loop from the front to the back. Which way do you prefer? Please share in the comments. It'll be interesting to see what everyone says. So I am only just gluing the bits that are going to be tucked behind so that I can still add a little bit of dimension. That top cluster is all stuck down, and I decided I wanted to bring a different texture down to the bottom here. So I've got more of that same thread that I used to stitch around the border. And you can see I'm just going to start sticking again. And again, I do not make you watch all of this. Just adding a little bit of glue to make sure all these bits are sticking. Some of these stickers just didn't want to stick at all. You can see I'm using my punch. And then with the hundreds and thousands, I really wanted to include that kind of element. So I recently may have purchased these from Anne's Craft Cupboard. And I have got some Nouveau drops. So the black ones are the normal crystal drops, and then I'm going to use white and grey. You can see that I'm just testing them on the side there. And they are the stone drops. I really like them. They give this really fun bumpy kind of texture. I have found with the stone drops, so they are a bit thicker, so I found that when I go to put them down, I kind of have to like swirl it. You can see me swirling it there a little bit, just so that I don't get that peak. So I'm going to add 2 clusters. So I'm going to add, sorry, in the 2 clusters, I'm going to add 3 each of the Nouveau drops that I end up choosing. I did try the blue, but it was too bright for what I was after. And so I've got that kind of hundreds and thousands, not really kind of look happening. That's why I chose these. And I think, no, that's not it. Again, going with the like the hundreds and thousands idea, I have, I think I showed you earlier, I did spritz, no, I didn't spritz anything. I did sprinkle some Heidi Swapp Gold Colour Shine because there is some gold in those chipboard pieces that I've used, which, by the way, if you didn't know, are all from Vicki Boutin's, I'm not sure which collection, but it's from a Vicki Boutin collection. And then this is the same colour that I did the packaging technique with, and I'm just going in adding splatters, and that is my page complete. So I have added journaling at the bottom there, and basically just is the story that I told you at the beginning of the video. I really thought that I was going to scrapbook a birthday photo this month, but upon going through my stash of photos from a number of years ago, I found this one and was like, oh my goodness, the colors in the photo match so well with the graphic that we've got to work with this month. It's a dinosaur, it's a boy, and I was just like, yep, that's what I'm doing. So I really struggled with getting this photo scrapped. I have had it printed for quite a while, so I'm really pleased that it is done now and it can go into his album. Just quickly, I hope that wherever you are safe. You are looking after yourself and your loved ones. And just stay safe, be kind, be thankful for what you've got, and I will see you again very soon. Thank you so much for stopping by.